Alright, so what's going on, everybody? J.A. Salute to you for tuning in. So I'm checking in here with y'all on this wonderful Sunday because we got some interesting activity happening here in sneakers. So today we're going to be talking Jordan brand collaborations as I highlight two pairs which are actually on the top of my hit list when referring to 2025 Jordan brand releases. And of course, we can't talk about Jordan brand collaborations without mentioning Travis Scott, who as of lately, he's been teasing this new unreleased pair. So today we're also going to mention where this sneaker stacks up when compared to other Travis Scott T-Rex or Jumpman Jack releases. Guys, if you enjoy these updates, make sure you smash the like button down below. I'm not even gonna lie, as of lately, YouTube, they've been kind of holding back or limiting my reach, which means they're not showcasing my video to the same audience or the same amount of people that they did previously. I'm probably getting like maybe about a quarter of the reach that I had previously. Before I had to take a little time off when I was sick, like I had to, take a week off or whatever. So in order to defeat the algorithm, I need everybody's support. One, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, and two, make sure you turn on all your post notifications. That way you don't miss any updates. And of course, as always, make sure you smash the like button down below. And to begin, let's go ahead and start with these Nigel 4 brick by bricks. All right, so we got Eldon Monitors, probably one of the biggest sneaker info sources, talking about, we'll probably drop some info this weekend, an update on the Nigel 4 post. So as far as the Nigel 4 post, if you guys aren't tapped into the channel, a couple of days ago, I did make a video mentioning this post right here where Eldon Monitors is talking about who still needs a pair, referring to a sneaker which many people would refer to as this year's top sneaker or sneaker of the year. So as far as needing a pair, you could definitely sign me up for that one right here. And I think a lot of people just kind of wrote this one off as almost like what they call engagement farming. Would Nike really actually restock a pair like this? Who knows? But I would have to say, remember guys, who we're referring to, this is actually Eldon Monitors. 9 times out of 10, they're usually spot on when it comes to information. And although they are just saying who still needs a pair, if you actually take a look at their track record, it's not the first time that they've actually asked this question. So just a couple of days ago, they were talking about who still needs a pair, referring to the Jordan 11, Bread Lows, and of course, as y'all know, them joints eventually restocked. Previously, they were talking about Black Metallic 5s, who still needs a pair. Of course, y'all already know these joints restocked as well. And then we got the Black Cat 3s again, who still needs a pair, and you guys already know what happened when it comes to this sneaker. So by Eldon Monitors, referring to the Nigel 4s, talking about who still needs a pair, rather than just writing this off as engagement farming, I would say this may be something that we could potentially see, and it would be great because, as y'all know, these joints have been reselling for crazy. And with just even this post in itself, we did see a slight little dip in the market, as even just something like this, could cause a little bit of a ripple effect, as we've seen people actually selling their pairs in a pretty big amount over the last couple of days since this post came up. I'm not saying the price has like dipped crazy or anything like that, but we are seeing a slight dip as this sneaker was selling well above 700 plus pretty much in every size. We're now starting to see some pairs getting off for just a little bit under 700 bucks, high 600. So we'll see what happens. Again, this is something big to monitor, and Eldon Monitors even said it themselves, will post an update on the Nigel 4 post. So again, make sure you guys have your notifications turned on. That way you guys don't miss any updates. Now, of course, speaking of Jordan brand collaborations, we got to talk about Travis Scott, who as of lately, he's been spotted rocking this unreleased red pair of Jumpman Jacks or T-Rexes. This is a pair where we spotted Travis rocking on feet prior, but now the fact that he's actually rocking these a lot more often, he even shared an Instagram post wearing these as well. My guess, it's probably safe to say that this will be an official release that we see releasing later down the line. And I would say these are definitely nice, man. So with this one, you pretty much got an all red upper. You got some little white accents in there highlighted by this gum bottom. So I would say these joints are definitely looking real nice right here. And when you actually compare that to other unreleased Travis Scott models, of course, we got that Chase B pair, which has surfaced. Apparently those are supposed to be dropping coming up in October. That's a sneaker which a lot of people seem to be fans of. You also have this unreleased green pair that he's been spotted rocking, courtside as well. Them joints are cool and everything, but as far as all the unreleased pairs, I would say that these red ones probably would top the list. Like, let's just say I was trying to get these off with a fit and I had the option between these three. I'll probably go with the red one, 8 times out of 10. So I think these are definitely lining up to be a nice release. And when you even compare it to like all of the Jumpman Jack colorways, which we've seen so far, this is a model which sometime gets a lot of hate, I guess, due to the fact that it's not as hype as, say, like a Travis Scott Jordan 1. But you got to applaud the fact that Travis Scott jumping out on his own with his all original Jordan brand silhouette. You got those first two colorways, which are super hype. You got that dark mocha, which is a nice complementary piece, and then the recently released bright cactus, which probably gets the most hate out of all of them. But I like them joints, man. I'm still looking to get my hands on a pair of these, you know, for retail. So as far as this new red pair, I would say these are right up there as one of the best Jumpman jacks that we've seen so far. And one can only hope that these will eventually get to see a retail release. And I hate to do it. You know, this conversation always comes up, but again, when comparing red sneakers, I mean, you got the Brick by Bricks by Nigel. You see that boy getting the fit off courtside. This one, again, unanimously, a lot of people would call this one sneaker of the year. And I don't blame him, man. This one caught a lot of people off guard. It made a lot of noise. But then, of course, you got Travis rocking this unreleased pair. So out of all of these red sneakers, let me know which one are y'all rocking with. You guys going with the Travises, the underdog, or of course, are you going with the big dogs here with these Nigel 4s, man? I ain't gonna lie, like, I would rock both of these, you know, like no hype beats and everything like that. But, you know, I'm not a huge Jordan 4 guy. This may sound crazy, but if I could only choose one, like resale prices and everything out the door, and I was just about to get off a fit, you know, walking outside the door, and I had the Nigels and the Travises right next to each other, I might go with these ones right here. Maybe just because they're unreleased, we haven't seen a lot of people rocking them. But as y'all know, I always like to go against the grain or whatever. So let me know what y'all are rocking with down below. And of course, we got to talk about these Jordan collaborations before we bounce here, because I got a couple of pairs which are on the top of my hit list. I'm not out here buying every single Jordan release, but when referring to these two collaborations, both of these pairs have definitely caught my eye, and I'm looking to add these joints to the collection. So first up here, we got the Awake NY Jordan 5s, which it looks like we got a brand new fresh look at these. First up, you got this kids pair. So I guess these are gonna be dropping in full family size, and that's really cool. When you compare this to that black racer or blue racer pair, I feel like these pink, Arctic pink joints are a lot hotter. So here we got the latest look at these, going crazy. I don't know if bruh's like rocking these with a skirt or something like that, or those must be like the baggiest pants I ever seen. But regardless of the pants, like, these joints just go crazy. I'm already thinking of ways I could get these off. Like, these are just calm, bro. Like, I already got a fit in mind for these right here. So definitely need these. Hopefully they won't be too difficult to grab. Maybe there'll be something like the Alma Meuniers, where if you just want to get them, you can. But who am I, you know, trying to front to? You already know, with the hype beats and everything like that. Once we get a little closer to the release date, I'm sure this is one people are gonna go crazy over. Plus, it seems like overall the sneaker community is applauding, you know, the redesign of the 5 upper on this one right here. So they're taking things to a different lane. The pink makes these joints pop. I'm a huge fan of these, man, and definitely looking to grab these ones for the toe. And then lastly, the other collaboration which I'm looking to get, of course, you got the Infinite Archives joints right here, going absolutely insane. Now, Infinite Archives, they're new as far as Jordan brand collaborators. I'm not really sure about the whole brand eco and everything like that, but it seems though they're kind of like based off of like storytelling and everything like that, some past inspirations which they used to kind of bring to light. So we got a couple of different samples floating around on the iconic Jordan 17. So you got one, this red pair, and then you also have the purple pair, which has been floating around. The purple one is based off a previous Mike Bibby PE from the early 2000s, and then the red pair is based off of this sample 17 that we saw Jordan brand athlete Michael Finley rocking in some ad from back in the day as well. So regardless of which one we get, you can sign me up for both of these. Based off early leaks, apparently we're supposed to be getting 2 separate versions of these. So I wonder if that means these are both the colors that are confirmed, or if we're gonna just have one release, but maybe slightly tweaks as far as the design details and everything like that. So Jordan brand collaborations, we got a lot of great pairs in the tuck. You know, some that I'm not even mentioning, such as like the Undefeated 4s, all of those Alma Meunier collaborations, Soulfly, plus more. But out of all of the pairs that are releasing, as I mentioned, I'm not out here buying up every single release, but these 2 pairs specifically, you know, have definitely caught my eye. So we got Infinite Archives, we got these Awake Jordan 5s. Out of all of the collaborations that we got releasing so far, let me know which ones you guys are most excited for. Are you rocking with these 2 pairs? And drop your feedback on these new Jumpman jacks. I ain't gonna lie, the red pair, them joints are definitely catching my eye, and I would cop for retail. And then more importantly, turn on your post notifications. That way you don't miss any updates, as Elden Monitors is talking about who still needs a pair. What do y'all think he means by that one? So JA News, hope y'all have a great Sunday. Just checking in with y'all real quick here on these updates. If you guys haven't done so yet, if you enjoy these videos and you're always watching the channel and haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe. So I'll catch you guys Monday for JA News. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.